The Friday competition here at Mr. Olympia has come to a close, and that means that we've got some big news to discuss about what we saw in the men's prejudging. We'll do that momentarily with Larry Pepe, but first, Oksana is joining us here on stage. Congratulations. You had a tremendous performance. We were all lucky enough to be there in March at the Arnold when you did another great routine.
Thank you.
I was actually corrected by Larry Pepe backstage when we were doing the commentary. He said, it was not a routine, it's a performance. And every time you go out there, it really seems like that. But tonight, when you were on stage and you were doing that 2-minute performance, did you really feel like, man, I'm nailing this?
Yes, you know, I think first time when I feel like, yes, I did everything what I can. I mean, I really nail it, and all elements I did clean and perfect. So, yes, I was really happy with what I did this time.
And you come out and you put on a performance like this, and of course, you win first prize again. We're starting to see a bit of a dynasty developing here where it's not uncommon for you to have the medal around your neck.
Absolutely. Honestly, I'm so speechless right now. I don't know. I don't feel it because I'm so tired and exhausted, and probably I need a little food to, you know, to refresh myself.
It'll all sink in tomorrow.
Yes.
After a hamburger.
Yes.
Or
So,
two.
but
Or two.
I'm so happy and proud to become next Fitness Olympia, especially after Adela Garcia, who is my inspiration, and is just, I don't know, I was a little bit empty when she said that she's not gonna compete, and yeah, I was always follow her, and she was big inspiration for me.
Did you see her speech when she went out and?
I didn't see, but I heard what she said.
Pretty emotional. Yeah.
Yes.
Very emotional.
Yes.
I saw that she was interviewing over there for NPC News, and then you came over and sort of like, I guess they sort of described it as sort of passing the torch on
Yes.
to you. Do you feel that sort of responsibility now? Do you feel like she's kind of passing the torch on to you now that you're just kind of this coming up and winning all these shows?
You know, she is a part of my of this one of the medal, because I become to be, I mean, I start to compete as a pro from 2007, and she was the first one who I met, and she always support me all the time. And there was a time when I wanted to give up, but she always supported me. Yes. So
I was actually talking to someone about that earlier today, because you all compete against one another, but you really, at the end of the day, you're all, you know, companions, because you all support each other, you push each other outside the gym or outside the competition in the gym, because that's your competition and you're trying to work better to beat them, you know, in a sense. At the end of the day, though, you still have that respect, that companionship, and that, you know, respect for one another. So.
Absolutely, because fitness is a hard, tough sport, and this is kind of gymnastics, and we always, we know how hard it is, so we support each other, even backstage, just to do well, to not get injuries, you know, because, yeah.
Well, amazing job. Congratulations to you
Thank
again
you
on getting
so
the win. It's a
much.
pleasure to be able to talk to you again on a post show with another medal around your neck.
Yes.
And it's always a pleasure to watch your performances on stage.
Thank you for
Fantastic
having
job.
me.
We got some more winners to talk to, and we're also talking about the men's prejudging. Breaking that down momentarily, this is the Bodybuilding.com official stream from the 50th annual Mr. Olympia, live from Las Vegas.
It's time to put before behind you and make after a reality. It's time to join over 8 million people at Bodybuilding.com who have transformed their bodies, minds, and lives for free.
I was completely disgusted with the way I had looked. And I told myself, I ain't going out like that.
Bodybuilding.com has complete fitness plans from the best experts, athletes, and personal trainers to help you accomplish any goal.
My health just started to decline, and I wasn't happy anymore. Bodybuilding.com changed my life.
Answer a few quick questions, and Bodybuilding.com will provide your perfect plan.
You can definitely change your life. I'm a prime example of that.
I can go on to Bodybuilding.com, I can find a plan, and I don't have to pay a dime. It's free.
Bodybuilding.com has everything you need to burn fat, build muscle, and become your best self. Go to Bodybuilding.com today. Change your life for free.
We're going to be recreating the workouts from phase 1 of a breakthrough free acid HMB study done at the University of Tampa. It's the Clear Muscle Challenge. You guys ready? Let's do this! Yep. Oh, easy. Come on. Yes. Do you want gains? Yeah. Clear Muscle Challenge. These guys brought it hard all week. Can you?
The results are clear. Clear Muscle is the most powerful supplement in sports nutrition history. Only from Muscle Tech.
We are live in Las Vegas. It is the Bodybuilding.com post-show stream. Friday is wrapped up. And once again, Ashley Kaltwasser is here on stage with another medal around your neck. This is history that has been made tonight as well. Never have we seen somebody repeat as the bikini champion at Olympia. So congratulations on making history tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And to come off of a win at the Arnold and then follow it with a win at the Olympia as well, I mean, things could not be going better for you right now.
Yeah, it's been a good year. The sport's been good to me, and I love what I do. I'm so happy right now.
These girls were talking on the post show about what a rich field that it was this year with the competition here at Mr. Olympia, and then actually one of the judges grabbed the mic and said, I kid you not, this is the best class that we've ever seen. Some really high praise to know that you're at the top of that class.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's an honor. You know, it sounds so cliche just to be at this level where I'm at and competing with all these women. And I used to be, you know, one of those girls that looked up to a lot of the girls on stage that I compete with. So, you know, to be one of those girls now, it's amazing. It's I can't explain it. It's been good.
You girls, from your perspective, take us through, I mean, because we talked about how just difficult it is to be able to go out on stage and make everything look easy and carry yourself with so much grace and make sure that the show looks exactly like you want it to without making it look like you're working at it. But, I mean, they did a great job of describing in the pre-show just how much effort it takes to make it look like there's not effort in it.
Right. Yeah, grace. You got to have poise. Like, you have to practice walking in heels. It's not something I usually do every day, but it's harder than it looks for sure. These heels are like 5 inches.
And you're wearing these tiny bikinis, and trust me, you have to like glue yourself in there and really get situated. So it's not an easy thing.
No, you're very uncomfortable like the day of the show with everything so tight and like everything has to be pulled up and glued in and
pushed out.
So you're not exaggerating. We talked a little bit about it in March at the Arnold, but like you actually like glue that thing on to make sure that there's no wardrobe malfunctions.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I must say, though, head to toe, like you just had it. You didn't have to try. You didn't have to suck in or push out. Like you could just walk gracefully because you had it head to toe. It was amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, I told everybody, like, when the competition gets tougher, you have to too. So I had to bring an improved package from last year, you know, because I think especially when you win, they want to see you improve. They don't want to see the same package each time. And everybody can get better. I don't care who you are. Even if you won 5 times in a row or whatnot, always room for improvement, always something to work on. So even for, you know, my next shows coming up, I'm going to find little things that I'm going to work on and improve on. So it's constantly like I'm trying to grow like as an athlete and, you know, improve on my flaws.
Well, you nailed it, and I can't wait to see your future physiques.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, we saw Iris hang it up tonight after winning her 10th title here at Olympia, 11 if you ask some people because of the split classes. But, you know, she really had built herself a dynasty. Is that something that you're thinking about at this point where you're going, okay, I want to start to really rack up these titles and be that person that's always the person to beat?
That would be awesome. Like, I honestly, I love this sport. It's taken me many places. I'm going to South Korea next weekend. So, and that will be my 7th country in a year that I got to travel to, all because of competing.
Right.
And you know, with my supplement company Gaspari, and well, not mine, but you know, I'm sponsored by Gaspari, but you know, I got to travel with them and all these different places, all these opportunities that came about just from, you know, competing. So I would love, as long as I can, to you know, be a a good ambassador for the sport. And I'm still, kind of young. I'm 25 years old, so hopefully I still have some years left on me.
You're 25, you get
Yes.
to see the world, and you are the best at what you do, which I think is what everyone wants to be. So congratulations
Totally.
again.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I follow you on Instagram because I'm like totally active on social media.
I think I should do that right now.
And she does
You
like
should.
sprints and handstands
She
and
is an
gymnastics
athlete.
and tumbler.
Yeah.
I love it because you're just like an athlete, which
Oh,
I
yeah.
love. And
Yeah,
you
that's a
keep
good follow.
right, and you just keep your, you're always like dabble in all these little things in fitness.
Right.
So it's awesome to see that.
You know, I really want to prove to people out there, bikini girls aren't just genetics and diet and cardio. No, I know firsthand we're athletes. Like, I worked for this body my whole life. Every sport that I've done played a role in what my body looks like today.
Absolutely.
I ran Division I college hurdles. I ran track, I had a gymnastics background. So all these little things like sculpted me to what I am today. And, I tell people, I'm like, I might not be able to lift as much as a bodybuilder maybe, but maybe I can run faster than them, sprint faster. I can run, things like that. We're athletes, just, in a different, in a way,
Right.
Your training's a little different. Obviously, genetics have a play into it as well, but we're athletes, and I want people to know that.
And it's another story of hard work pays off. You had to
Yes.
hustle for a long time, and here you are with that huge, really heavy-looking medal around your neck.
It's heavy.
Well, we'll let you go so you don't tip over. But again, huge congratulations
Yes,
to you,
thank you.
making history tonight here at Mr.
Thank
Olympia.
you. I appreciate that.
All right, if Iris is around, we're going to try to track her down. She is here. All right, we're going to talk to her next. It's the Bodybuilding.com stream live from Las Vegas. We'll be right back.
If you're 30 days out of a wedding, if you're 30 days out of a show, if you just want to bring those abs in tighter because you've never really hit it, this program is going to show you how to get into your goal physique in 30 days. I'm going through 30 days of this program with you guys. Good morning. Holding your hand, walking you through it, showing you emotionally what it's like to go through this program. This one's tough, man. Showing you physically what it's like to go through this program.
These are hard. We're gonna do TRX jumps. Look at this shirt. Working it, baby. Let's go.
This is 30 days out, maximizing your intensity and your time, getting you in peak condition through nutrition, supplementation, and training. You're 30 days out, dial it in.
And welcome back. Our post show is live from Las Vegas, the 50th anniversary of Mr. Olympia. Truly a historic event. And then we've got Iris Kyle joining us here on stage. A historic night for you, too. You'd already won 10 titles, but this is 10 full titles now. Congratulations on winning that. But you really kind of capped things off tonight by, after winning that 10th title, announcing your retirement. Certainly an emotional moment for you, I'm sure. But take us through the win and also the retirement announcement and just everything that you're feeling right now.
I'm still floating. As you can tell, I think every time I step on stage, it's an honor. It's a privilege to be amongst the elite athletes of the world and to actually walk off stage winning 10, 11, plus a few other shows under my belt. It's mind-blowing. So I'm my number one fan. Everyone said, I'm your number one fan. I'm my number one fan, and I just think it's all in the hands of the Lord. I'm following the path that he has set forth in me, and it's a blessing.
My co-commentator Larry Pepe was talking about just all of the accomplishments that you've put together with all of the wins here at Olympia and then everything that you did at the Arnold as well. And he said that he thinks that you are one of the most accomplished athletes in any sport, and certainly probably the most accomplished athlete in this sport. And he doesn't think that there's ever going to be anyone that catches you. Do you agree with that assessment?
I would like to say that, but just like when I was coming up through the rankings and Linda Murray was my icon and my idol, I had her on my refrigerator. I said, that's the body that I want to emulate, and that's the body that I want to beat. And those things transpire, but at the end of the day, it's going to always be someone out there wanting to break that record. I would love to keep it for every day that I have left remaining on this earth, but I know it's going to be accomplished. It's going to be that driven person just like myself. But I'm loving it right now, and I'm going to enjoy it for now.
Well, it's been amazing to watch you compete. And Felicia, I know that you've been a big fan of Iris for years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is this is my 9th Olympia coming to, and I've competed in the Olympia 6 years in a row. So I mean, I've always looked up to you, and to be able to get to that level and stay up there and maintain it. Because they always say when you get to that level and you're at the top, it's harder than if you were to chase it. You know what I mean? And you've been able to maintain that, and that is very, very impressive. So absolutely.
Thank you so very much. And you know what? I want to say this to all us athletes out there, no matter what your sport is today, you have to realize those fans are the ones who's giving you that driving force. So it's an honor, it's a privilege that I get all the emails and all of the things that come tied in to help me be a part of my prep, because it's off season and it's also during prep time. So I love my fans, and it is an honor. So every time someone wants to take a picture, want to say hi, want to have a conversation, regardless, tired, sleep, dead, whatever it is, I'm there, because it's definitely a privilege.
Amazing.
Kathleen, what's it like for you to watch Iris compete throughout all of these years and be so successful, and just see a female athlete just win time and time again, and like Felicia was just saying, maintain that incredible dominance?
Well, this is my 6th Olympia, and the one thing I've always remembered is you always come in just in incredible shape, and so kind back here, and just so kind as you're walking off the stage. It's because a lot of people who win, their physiques fluctuate back and forth, but you, like, on top all the way. Congratulations.
In a minute, my earphones are going to fall off my head because
Oh,
it's
she
going
needs
to be so big.
pineapple. We need to get her some pineapple.
Yes, pineapple. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
I'm speechless right now. I can't talk. I'm so touched. Every compliment that I get, it's another one feeding into my heart, my soul, and it's another part of me that gives me that drive to go. So I appreciate all the things that you say, because everything is not always positive. Not all the women want to look like me, and that's okay. But when I have something positive come in my way, I totally appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, an amazing athlete, even a better person somehow. Congratulations on everything you accomplished. It's been an honor to watch you.
Thank you so very much.
All right, we'll break down the men's prejudging in just a moment. Live from Las Vegas, the Bodybuilding.com stream continues in a moment.
There's a moment when you must decide. A moment when you know that you've given it everything you have, pushing your body and mind to the limit of what is possible, becoming what others thought was impossible. And that's the moment you push further. It's a push fueled by the all-new Xplode, the original pre-workout igniter, now re-engineered for explosive energy, enhanced endurance, and maximum performance. The new Xplode. Push your limits, then push.
Welcome back. It is the Bodybuilding.com post show for Friday's events here in Las Vegas. We are backstage at the Orleans Arena, and we just had the ladies that won tonight here on stage. Truly an honor to talk to them. And now I'm joined by Larry Pepe, who is, of course, talking about the men's prejudging. Larry, we saw really some very interesting things in that initial wave. What are the headlines for you?
I think the headline for me, first and foremost, has to be Phil Heath wins his 4th Olympia. I'd be very surprised if Phil does not come back tomorrow night and get it. He was in great shape. He came out a little bit flat, filled up as he started to pose. So for me, Phil Heath wins this contest. Second, I believe we'll go to Kai Green. Now, when Kai Green first came out, he really did not look as conditioned as he did later in the prejudging. There were demonstrable differences that you could see on the screen, particularly waist down in his legs. You could see vascularity coming through his legs that you did not see early on, which suggests that he was holding fluid. It also suggests that we could see a much tighter Kai Green tomorrow. But Phil Heath is dialed in. I expect him to win. I expect Kai to be second. Third place for me is a battle between Sean Roden and Dennis Wolf. I like Sean Roden's look. Sean Roden, another guy who, as the prejudging went on, and this is really, I think, becoming a pattern with Sean Roden's physique, because we saw the same thing happen to him at the Arnold. Longer the contest went on, the harder Sean Roden got. So I was just talking to Sean and told him that, and he said he's going to start posing in his room before tomorrow night, which, quite frankly, may not be a bad idea because
really.
the posing clearly starts to define and dry out his physique in a way that whatever else he's doing isn't quite accomplishing. So as it went on, I thought Sean Roden may have taken that third spot. I thought Dennis Wolf looked conditioned but a bit flat, which also suggests that tomorrow we may see a much fuller conditioned Dennis Wolf, because if he eats more between tonight and tomorrow night and eats up, we may see his body fill out more and see that trademark size that we're used to through his chest and shoulder region. So I think those are going to be our top 4. That's the order I have them in right now. Of course, tomorrow night they will get judged again, and we will see what happens. But those 4 really, I think, separate from the rest of the lineup.
One other storyline that I really took away from what we saw in the prejudging is the fact that Phil and Kai almost got into a physical altercation on stage. We knew that things were going to be heated going into this competition, even in the prejudging. Yesterday at the press conference, very verbal, seemed like things got to the point where they were so heated it almost may become physical at the press conference. But then tonight on stage, the judges actually were yelling on the microphone for them to separate because it was getting to the point where you thought this could get out of hand really quickly.
Without a doubt. And I've never seen on a pro stage that level of interaction between athletes. And what I could tell you for sure is I have never heard a judge that adamant yelling at the competitors to separate and yelling to give each other space. I've never seen that level of intensity either between the athletes or from the judges yelling at the athletes. Look, it's not a great look. They clearly do not like each other. I think Kai really has a thing for Phil more than Phil for Kai, but now it's become mutual. I think that I spoke to Phil for a little bit backstage afterwards to ask him about it, and he said that there was a moment where Kai kind of flipped his hair, if you remember, and it hit Phil. Phil kind of laughed that off. But then when they were trading side tricep shots, when the judges called for it, their feet touched. And when their feet touched, he said that's when it got animated between the two of them. So, look, we know that they don't like each other. The only issue I have is that at the end of the day, to have a rivalry, we got to have a really close competition between the people involved in the rivalry. And so far, the past couple of years have been unanimous wins for Phil Heath. Will that be the case tomorrow? I don't know. But judging from what we saw tonight, it certainly looks like it's headed in that direction.
Well, $250,000 is up for grabs. Tomorrow night is going to be a big night here in Las Vegas. We will once again be live right here on Bodybuilding.com. For Larry Pepe, I am Dave Farah. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's time to put before behind you and make after